All right. Good morning, everyone. I'm just making sure that everything is actually working. Where is? Huh. Why isn't Spotify picking up the right Spotify? Oh, Lord. Okay. You should have this property. There we go. That should be Malcolm's music. Get the background music going. So, good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. It is hump day. All right, so let me just minimize that, move that over there, and we should be good. So today's prompt, um, sorry, this is day 7 already. We're 1 week in out of 61 days. 1 week in mm, on the index card a day. So just create a little bit of art each day, no more than the size of an index card, so you're not stressed to have to do something in a monster, 9 by 12 size, stare at a blank canvas forever, and just create a little bit of art so that you do something creative each day. They don't want you don't want to be stressed. You don't want to stare at a blank canvas and think, oh. So what they've done is they've given us a prompt for each week. So the theme for each week, this week being number 1, is drawing, mark making, pen, pencil, marker, and ink. I'm kind of going with the flow, whether I use some of those items or not. Ink is typically something I do use. Mark making, using stamps and whatever. But then they also have a prompt in case you are stuck for an idea. Today's prompt is treble clef. So, and there's a mini challenge for the week. Make a greetings from blank card. So actually make a card. So not necessarily something on the index card, but you could actually make a greeting card. So as I said, today is treble clef. I do have, we're probably going to be doing some collaging today because that seems, unfortunately, that's the easiest thing for me. Um, So we're going to get this set up. I need a little bit of water, so I need my jar and my water bottle. So we don't need a whole lot. Just mostly to rinse off the brush and water down the gesso because I have an idea. I didn't pre-plan this or anything. I just have an idea. All right, now these I'm using 4x6 index cards. They're kind of flimsy. They're not really heavy duty. So I'm going to glue these together first just so that I have something a little more stable to work with. And I'm just using a basic glue stick. Nothing special about this. You don't need special glues for any of these projects. Use the craft materials you have at hand and, you know, experiment. There's been quite a few days already where I've been experimenting with supplies that I have, and some have worked well, some have not. But you know what? At least I'm still creating something. I'm using my supplies. Oh, great! I stuck it to the paper. Using my supplies, and I'm seeing what works and what doesn't, and that's the main thing. Um, and I'm still creating. So I'm getting a feel for things that I like doing, things that I not so much like doing. So there we have our card. Now we're going to be using, why do I keep putting that away? I'm going to need it again. We're going to be using a music sheet. I figure we'll do this as part of the background. But I don't like how dark it is. And this is a coffee stained sheet. I did a bunch of coffee staining a while back. Um, I like the I like the tone of it. It's really, really cool, and I like the way the edge is soaked in a lot of the coffee. So we are going to attach some of this to the card, but at the same time, as I was saying, I'm not liking how stark and dark these letters are. So I'm going to dilute it a bit, give it a whitewash, so to speak, with some gesso. So I'm just trying to figure out where I kind of want this. I can cut that off after. And then why don't we just do this? I like the torn edge look better than, a cut edge. So let's get this glued on. It's kind of where I want it. Now, that's the other thing. You can use gesso to glue stuff as well. So don't think that you're stuck with just using glue sticks or liquid glue. Gesso, it's not really gesso. They have another one. It's what do they call it? It's a matte medium. Well, they have matte medium, they have semi-gloss, whatever, but they have these different mediums that you can use to glue stuff down. And so it's similar to Mod Podge in that regard. So it's something that you can use um, and give it a nice. Actually, I kind of like the edge lifted like that, so I'm going to leave it. This edge I want torn. Give it a bit of a raggedy edge. Okay, so we have that. Now, give me 1 second. Oh, sorry, just had to blow my nose, and I definitely didn't want to have to do that on stream. Okay, so let me see. We are going to, as I said, we're going to gesso this just to tone it down a bit because the starkness, the whiteness of it is a little much. So just a wet toothbrush, paintbrush, and a little bit of gesso, and we're going to whitewash this. I want to be able to see it behind all of this, but I have put a little too much gesso on. But look, through the magic of arts and crafts, let me get a wet wipe. We can tone this down a little. We can thin it out. So just a regular wet wipe, and we can take off some of the product and give us that music background. So, as I said, the prompt for today is treble claps. So this way we've got both of them in here, and we can use that. That is going to be a bit of a focal point. Okay, so gesso, we're done working with that. Now we get to start playing and figuring out how we want to collage this, but I'm going to dry this a little bit with my heat gun because we can't stick stuff onto it if it's wet. So the other thing I'm trying to do is use stuff that's on my desk. use supplies that I already have, just because I don't want to be purchasing new supplies. I have more than enough supplies. Um, but it's a matter of, rumbling through them and finding the ones that I really want or that I want to use. And I think, well, thank you for the follow, Rose Superior. Good morning to you. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Is it morning for you, or afternoon, or evening? And let me see, is this, you know what, we're going to try a couple things that didn't work the other day because I couldn't find the right items in my stash. So, oh, you're a KDT. Welcome from the KDT family. Nice of you to join me. Thank you. I know KDT is more of a gaming community, and that's fine. I do gaming as well, but for the next, well, 61 minus 7 days now, I'm doing my crafting stream because this is, just so you know, this is the Index Card a Day Challenge. This is the 13th annual that Daisy Yellow Art has put on. We have a prompt for the day. Today is Treble Clef. And we also have a theme for the week. Yeah, we can choose to follow those, or we can go our own route. I am doing Treble Clef, so that is going to be part of the focus. So I've got some music paper that I've coffee dyed on the back. Attached. Oh, and we just use an index card, either 4x6 or 3x5. I've chosen 4x6 because I wanted a little more space to work with. But thank you. Thank you for coming in and saying hi. Do you do any arts and crafts yourself? Or do you knit, sew, quilt, draw, paint? Anything crafty? Even home renovations are crafty, believe me. I do enough home renovations as well. Alright, so I want this tree. And you do portraits? Like profile portraits? Like people portraits? Or pets? Ooh, pets would be awesome too. Which ones do you do? I yeah, drawing. I used to do a lot. Yeah. Okay, so people portraits or pet portraits or both. So we're gonna do that image there, and maybe we'll do a little bit down here. So what this is somewhat like a sticky glue pad. So what we've done is we've taken this stamp, put it in the sticky glue pad, and then um, we've stamped it on here. So it gives us the impression on here, but what I'm going to use now is some embossing powder. Any portrait pictures, prior portraits, people. Awesome. Awesome. I'd love to see them. I should actually, do you stream? Do you stream at all as well? Is that something that you've done, or do you show your art somewhere? I'm going to give you a shout out just in case. Oh, you play Call of Duty. Okay. Or at least that was your last stream. Oh, I'm not great at first person shooter. I love trying them. I do have, as DJ calls it, fork knife, fork knife. And I have played that once or twice with him and some of the KDT crew, but I definitely need more practice. Okay, so there's our embossing powder. And now, let's get the excess back in the jar. Yeah, I have to give kudos to people who play Call of Duty and that you guys run around there so fast killing stuff. It's just amazing. It's amazing to watch. Okay, so let's heat emboss this. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but it's going to go shiny once it kind of melts. All right, so there we have at least, a little bit more background interest. These are heat embossed now. Just trying to get the rest of the embossing powder off there. I need to play Fortnite more. You know what? We should. I'm thinking. I know people just kind of go their own way and actually play whatever whenever they can, and they post it on the on KDT site. But I think we should try and do a game night and get a few of us as teams going in there because I think that would be cool. I'm just gonna add this one. And I want my stays on. Do you sell these? This is just an art challenge. It's not even something to sell. Um, but I'm sure, they could be made into greeting cards or even magnets for, a fridge or, something to decorate someone's art, like their art wall or something. Nothing says that they couldn't be sold. It's not, but since this is kind of like practice and just playing around, I never even thought of selling them. And do I want any more off this one? I don't think so. We're gonna have some more collaging to do. Yeah, Fortnite is fun. I like the cartoony aspect of it. I like the um what is it, the different characters it gives you each time you log in. I'm like, okay, so when I was logging in the first time and playing with DJ and some of the KDT guys, I'm like, why am I always a man? Why do I keep coming up as this man? And apparently that was just, it's one of the defaults that comes up when you're new. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't really want to be this person, but you know what, you don't see yourself too much while you're playing around. All right, so I'm just distress inking the edges just to make it a little more cohesive with the rest of it so it's not so stark white, but I still wanted to see this like ratty edge of the music paper, so I don't want to take away from that. Plus the coffee stained dark areas are really cool. I want to keep those so that I can see them, but I want the ratty edges to show up. That works. What? Crafty streaming at this hour? Biker. Biker, seriously. Yeah, we should have a custom room for KDT on Fortnite. Actually, they do have several rooms down at the bottom where they list all the games. Call of Duty is definitely one of them. Fortnite's there. They've just added Minecraft and a few others in the Discord. In the Discord. Um, so they have those there, and um, I guess you post there when you want to go play and see if anyone else wants to go play with you. I just haven't done it yet. Good morning, biker. How is everything across the water? How are you doing? And you should know better. I've been doing this stream now for a week. It's like every morning from 7 a.m. till 8 p.m. I just give myself a 1 hour time limit. So you're being silly. Silly man. Okay. Actually, I'm not wanting to cover up too much of this, but let me see. Let's get this out of the way. Don't need that anymore. Good, good. You just sat down? You're always silly. I know you are. This tone doesn't really go with it, but it's not bad. Maybe, maybe just a couple elements from this. Probably gonna have to glue this down. I don't trust that it's going to stay stuck. But at the same time, I don't want to cover up too much of the music, the treble clef, considering that is the prompt for today. Okay, so we'll use that. Just some washi tape. Um, we'll add some of this one as well. Alright, so what else do we have? I know I have so many other things on my desk that I can use. Now, the last few days I've done 2 cards at a time, um, which was nice, but eager beaver that I am, I'm surprised. It's like, okay, can I really do that many all the time? I don't think so. Now, what am I doing? Why am I not finding where are the ones I did the other day? Did they fall down into... Good God, where'd they go? Oh, they're right here. Really, biker? Creeper sounds? Really? Okay. Rose. This is the one that I did on day 1, just so you can see what I've done since then. So that was day 1. This was day 2. You are never too old to dream a new dream. Day 3, collect beautiful moments. Day 4 was espresso. Say hello to a new day. Figured that was appropriate for drinking coffee because I love my coffee. Day 5, I actually did 2 cards. So life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful, and spring is in the air. And the prompt for that day was... The heck was the prompt for that day? What was the prompt for? Hold on, let me get my sheet. That was day 5. The prompt was zebra or striped. Oh yeah, and I didn't want to go with either one of those, so I just went my own route and I just did some collaging and some um, stencil with molding paste. So that was day 5. Day 6 was yesterday, and I decided to play around with some watercolor paints that I hadn't used before, and I came up with these two. The theme was wildflowers, so I just kind of did a lot of sketching on top of them to kind of make up for my horrible watercolor artistic attempt there. So, anyways, those were the previous days. Just so you can see, every day's different, and it's really cool. I like that. It's not going to be the same thing from one day to the next. With the supplies and that we have, it's always going to be different. But thank you for the creeper biker. Not that there's any creepers in my house, thankfully. But I know Jazzy Boo is very eager to learn. Jazzy Boo from KDT is very eager to learn Minecraft. I think she installed it the other day, so she asked me yesterday for a little bit of assistance in that, but she was busy doing stuff, and I had to work for at least the first half of the day, so um, we need to get together with her and teach her a little bit of Minecraft. So that's coming up. You saw a creeper on the edge of my desk? Really? Really? I don't think you did. You're lying. You be lying, dude. Where? Yeah, I don't even have it handy now. I actually have a little name tag keychain that someone got for me with my name, and it's in the Minecraft style. It's really cool. All right, how much more do I want to add to this? X Files. Well, you know what, Biker, I appreciate that because at least now I know my sound alerts are working today. Because it's been off and on as to when they decide to work for me. So I appreciate that. Testing them out for me. What did I locate? Not in this one. So yeah, at least I know they're now working. I had got some of these. Might have something in here. Yeah, because Naruto's usually here, so I'm really surprised he's not here. He usually is right on top of things and in here with me. And he's the one usually hitting all the sound effects. So we have a bunch of different stickers. Probably add a couple of these. I don't think the trees really work for down here, but anyways. I love doing crafts and all that. Problem is I ran out of space fast, so I stopped. Yeah, it can take a fair bit of space. That's for sure. Like I am lucky now. I have a nice big craft room. Um, well, and I had that in my previous place before I moved in with hubby. Nice big craft room. I had the entire basement of my house was my craft room, laundry room, all that stuff. But craft room and office. So yeah, it definitely comes in handy to have that space, especially since I do so many crafts. Like I've got my sewing machine set up over there, and the table behind it for laying out fabric and doing my cutting and stuff. Um, it definitely takes room, and then all the paper craft stuff and pads of paper, different molding pastes, glitter sprays, my watercolor stuff. Yeah, it takes up a lot of space. You used to train for wargaming? Oh, so like the train. Okay, so wargaming is one item, but they do that for like model trains too, right? They do the train with all the trees and bushes and roadways and that for like the model train setups. I'm talking something like that. Can I get this out of here? No, but I always need a butterfly. I don't know if I want one of these ones though. I'll try one from another one. Yeah, exact same thing. Okay. My brother is actually quite into doing model trains and setting them up, but he switched gears. Like trains has always been his favorite, but he has switched gears recently and is now doing more of the he's into these the RC trucks. They're like little Tonka trucks, but they're off-road Tonka trucks where they actually race them. They get muddy, they go mud bogging and everything with them, and it's just unbelievable some of the stuff he's done with his. He posts it on Instagram all the time, so he's gotten quite into that in the last little while. Okay, so so the theme for Yummy. Good morning, Yummy. How are you? You like the historic figures? Okay. I can see where that is. That makes sense, especially with all the old wars and the strategy and the way they set themselves up. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, and I have this little forest book. Is there anything I want to use out of here? A lot of these are really cute, but not necessarily going to work with what I have right now. But maybe for the next layout, you know what? Why don't we put this little bunny? Yeah, we're gonna have a little bunny. Little rabbit frou frou running through the forest. You overslept? So are you in Bamsi's stream too? because I'm lurking in Bamsi's stream as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue this down because obviously the sticky that is on the stamp doesn't want to stay. So we'll help it. All right. Now, today's prompt is treble clefs, so I've made sure that there's some music in the background, music paper that I had coffee dyed. So it was like this, but it was like just a little too stark, so I whitewashed it a bit with some white gesso just to tone it down a bit so it doesn't stand out so intensely. Um, so now I'm just looking for something that I want to use as a prompt on here. So I'm going to go back to my handy dandy sheets that I got from, where did I get these from? Oh, Temu. Temu has a lot of really decent scrapbooking and craft supplies at fairly cheap prices, and the shipping is faster. So I decided to try them out for a few things. Sorry, I need coffee, so. Mm. Okay, so I decided to try the Temu or Timu. I don't know how it's pronounced. Um, I tried them out for a few things, and I actually the prices are decent. You know, I'm not talking dollar store items, but you know, you're talking some decent items that you would normally get, or you could get from Wish or AliExpress. The difference being the shipping is a lot faster. So I'm not sure where this stuff is actually being shipped from, but it gets here like with Wish. I know I was usually waiting 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, and with AliExpress, the few items I've ordered over the years would definitely take a couple of months, and some stuff just didn't show up. So I figured, what the hell, I'll try Timu, and they've got a good selection of items. I've found a few little household items, some over the door hooks and little soap dish that sticks in the bathroom, bath mat, some big long wands with bristle brushes for cleaning out the dryer vent. So for a couple of bucks, it's worth it. I would buy it in a dollar store if I saw it, but we don't have that much of a selection. This over the mail, it would be there in 15 days. I know, it's crazy. Okay, so we need something. Okay, with the theme being treble clef. Actually, do I want a little more color in this? Do I want maybe maybe so it's kind of dark and moody. But anyway, let me see if we can get just a little bit of color in this, just in a couple of areas, just to brighten it up a bit. Ooh, yeah, I like that better. It's weird how just a little bit will help. I like that. Okay, I am good with that. But now we still have to find a prompt, and I was hoping I'd find something that had, something to do with music, considering the prompt is treble clef. Um, but back to your comment, biker. I know, like when I've had items shipped from the UK, for that matter, they'll show up within a week. Like it is super fast to get stuff from there. I get stuff faster from them than I do from getting stuff across Canada from BC. It's just silly. Okay, what are we gonna do? What do we need a prompt. Um, something musical maybe? I did the collect beautiful moments the other day. Trying to see if there's something in here that, oh, looks like they've repeated. See, so there's collect beautiful moments, today is a good day, and then I see it down here. Collect beautiful moments, choose to see the good. Oh, so they've done quite a few of them over and over again. That's fine. But I want something musical. What am I looking? What is going to catch my eye? Valentine's Day? No, not that. Um, Hopping down the bunny trail? Well, we have a little bunny here, but not really. Spring is in the air. I've used that one. I'll have my peeps call your peeps. That'll be a cool one for another day. Okay, I have to keep that in mind because I can use these as a prompt too. Um, okay. Life was meant for a great adventure. Oh, you found it? Okay, hold on. So was it on here? Was it on this one? Life was meant for a great adventure? I'm not seeing it on that one. Talk to me, biker. Or leave a little sparse. What's sparsy wherever you go? Sparkle. Okay. Or forever is composed of nows. Where are you seeing these? Now I'm not seeing those. Was it on this one? No, the first two were in the first sheet on the composed one in the blue sheet. And now now Yummy's found one. May music surround you. Oh my god. Okay, where are these? Okay, I need to like kind of read one row at a time then. Because I've been bouncing through them, right? Was it on this one? Where I saw collect beautiful moments? Okay. Oh, forever is composed of nows. Okay, so I see that one. Yeah, forever is in this one. Forever is composed of nows. Okay, so I see that one. Um, Life was meant for a great adventure. Leave a little sparkle wherever you go. Don't see those in this one. Forever is composed of nows. Let's do that one. Just because it's got composed. And we have music. And we're going to put him right here. That works. Thank you, Biker. Thank you, Yummy, for the suggestions. I'll have to look for the others. Middle. Oh, middle? What am I looking for in the middle? Stronger than. No. What did you say? Forever's composed of nouns. We got that. Leave a little sparkle. Life was meant for a great adventure. Mm, in the middle. I don't see it in the middle. That's okay. I'll take some longer time to look at these later. I should actually read through a bunch. Because I usually just look at it and then kind of grab the first one that actually makes sense to me. But that's fine. I've got so many pages of these. I've got more than enough to do. I don't have to have the same one. Forever was in the middle. Yeah, I got the forever one. So that one's right here. So all I do is highlight it, outline it with Pigma Micron just to make it stand out. I know I went over the butterfly, but that's okay. He won't mind. All right, what's our time? 7:40? Oh God, we still have time to do. Listen to your heart; it will show you the way. That's a good one too. All right, so that's actually not too bad. I kind of like that. Kind of goes along with the theme for the others. Did you see the others that I had done, Biker, when I was showing them off? I also have them posted in different crafting discords, but I think that one works. I like that one for At least using the treble clef, so I do have the music in the background. We've done some stamping. We've done some stamping and using some embossing powder. And then some collaging with some plants and some script. A mushroom and a bunny. Oh, you did? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I like this one. It's cute. With a little bit of blue just to brighten it up a little. Kind of like that. That works. All right. So, but now I have like 20 minutes left. Now what the heck am I going to do? That's why I've started doing two at a time. No, but what I could do is get a couple more prepared for the next few days. I am losing my voice when I'm streaming. I don't know if it's just, I don't know why. I don't know. Aw, thank you. Commercial cards? Oh, I don't know about that. But, you know, some of them are. I have my favorites, I'm not gonna lie. You do these things and you end up, having your favorites out of what's there. Um, yeah, I suppose you could turn them into like a greeting card. And that's actually the mini challenge for this week is make a card, that could be a greeting card, you know, made from what was the term? Make a greetings from so and so card. So that was the mini challenge. Aw, thank you, Yummy. And that one slid. That's okay. Not a big deal. So yeah, it's just these ones that I got. They're the Oxford brand, so they're a good brand of index card, but they're really flimsy. So for a lot of them, I've been doubling them up because the package that I bought gave me 500 of them, and I only needed 61. I'm like, okay, I guess. Hey, Soul, welcome in, buddy. How you doing? The first one was sapling. I'd go ham on Minecraft saplings. Yeah, that's true. But Soul, good morning. Yes, yeah, I'm kind of expecting that it slipped out, Soul. Not surprised at all. Um, but thank you guys for, letting me know that to you, they look like they could be commercial quality. Um, you never know. I'm doing them for fun and just to use up my craft supplies and to explore techniques that I maybe haven't played around with enough yet. Um, so Soul, I know you haven't been in the streams and I don't know if you've seen these. The ones that I've made in the past 6 days. So this is number one, day one. Start doing things you love. And day two, this was You Are Never Too Old to Dream a New Dream. And then day three, I did Collect Beautiful Moments. The theme for this day was map, so I decoupaged some map tissue paper on the background. And this was day four, and it was espresso was the prompt, so I went with that. And say hello to a new day, because of course, aren't you drinking coffee? And then day five, the prompt was stripes and zebras, and I really wasn't feeling that, so I went my own way and I made two cards. So there's a bit of gesso paints, some paint sprays, some Lindsay Stamp Gang's paint sprays, plus some stencil, molding paste stencil, and some collaging. So I did those two for that day. And then yesterday was wildflowers was the theme, and I kind of went a little weird with some watercolor paints and not my favorite, but they'll do. They're crafting for the day and they're good enough because I'm exploring techniques and I was playing with some new paints and new brushes and yeah, they're still going to be part of the collage. So that's what I've been doing. And I do this, I give myself a 1 hour time limit. So I don't really have the chance to think too much about it. It's just basically what's the prompt? Do I want to go with it or not? And where am I going with this? And use the supplies that I have on my desk right now. I do pull some out from hidden areas from my drawers and my stash. Uh, but for the most part, I try and work fairly quickly with what is on my desk. So this is today's. The prompt is treble clef, and I've said forever is composed of nows. So Biker and Yummy helped me pull out the prompt out of the sheet of prompts. So I'll have to go through this and see what other prompts I have in here, or at least quotes or sayings that I can add to future cards. Um, Or you should watch your bean consumption. Yummy's telling you to watch your bean consumption, Soul. Okay, so Biker, want to see what I see? Take one of those cards and go in a photocopy shop and do a color print of one of them. I actually have a color printer. I could do that myself. And we have a color laser. I have a color inkjet, and hubby has a color ink laser jet. So let me see. So yeah, we could do that. Then I'll see it. Once I see it composed in that way, yeah, it's very likely. You're right. Yeah, it's just a matter of getting the right things collaged together, right? It's just it makes sense. You know, and they are cute when you see them. You know, I kind of like seeing them like that, and I'm probably gonna stitch them together or whatever and do a big wall mural of them at the end of the 61 days. So we'll see. Um, Soul, I watch it all the time, yummy as they go in my mouth. Soul and his beans. But thank you, Soul. I appreciate it, and thank you, Yummy. Um, you're really jealous because you won't be able to do anything like that because I have no room. Yeah, scan one and print it and see how it looks. Okay, I'll give it a shot. We'll see how that goes. 'Cause like I said, we've got a color inkjet and we've got a color laser jet, so we can do both.
Oh, yeah.
Aw, yummy, thank you. Biker, she just gifted you a sub. Thank you so much. Yummy, you are the best. Because, yeah, because now you are touching what you made and the feeling in your fingertips gives you the eye collage, that thing. But when it's in one print, the feeling is different. Yeah, plus it will look a little more cohesive. For me, I feel the texture of it too, right? So, you know, I has butterfly. Yay! Yeah, I actually did that. I did those sub thingies. Sub what I'm so new to this. Yeah, I did the little icons for the subcategories. Anyways, yeah, so maybe I will do that and take a look at it that way, Biker. That makes a lot of sense. Yummy. I told myself years ago, like I sewed all the time and I didn't have a whole lot of space for my sewing machine and my fabrics and that, but I made the space because I had so many people tell me, or I heard them say they were waiting till they retired to do this, this, and this. And I'm like, you know what? Life is too short. I love crafting. I love sewing. I love knitting, crocheting, whatever. And there's more crafts that I wanted to explore at the time. I'm like, I'm not waiting till I retire to do all this. I could be dead before then. So I decided I was not going to wait. I was going to be doing my crafting. I'm like, this is what brings me joy. Playing Minecraft and being with my friends. Yes, I enjoy that. Any games like that. But the actual crafting, creating with my hands, is something I have done since I was like 7 years old. And it's never going to stop. And I wasn't, your space is taken over by your yarn. Yeah, but that's still your creative space. You don't need a huge box of crafting supplies to do this sort of thing. A shoebox. Seriously, yummy, a shoebox is all you need for a few supplies. Hell, you send me your snail mail address, I will send you a shoebox of supplies to get started. Honestly. because there is no excuse for not crafting. Where there's a will, there's a way. And this is easy. And I have oodles of supplies I don't mind sharing. And what I was part of my thought process too was on the days that I make a couple cards or on my off time when I make a couple of cards here and there, what I'm going to do is put them in a package and they are going to be part of a draw at the end of the 61 days and I will gift those to whoever wins the draw. And they can do whatever they want with them. You can put a couple of magnets on the back and stick it on your fridge. Um, where there's a will, there's a way. Well, that's an old saying. I can definitely find a way to put that on a card. But like I said, I'm going to gift a certain amount of these. Maybe I'll do a couple of draws. I don't know. But I know there are several days where I'm making two of these at a time, and I'll probably do some others in my off time as well because once you get into it, you don't want to stop. So even though I give myself an hour time limit here doing the 61-day challenge, there's more that I want to do off stream. And like I was showing some of the other people that were in the stream yesterday morning, as much as I am not really happy with the watercolors that I did yesterday, I know that's not my, um, it's not what I normally do when I do watercolor. When I really concentrate and I have the time to put into it, I'm going to show you a couple of examples. This was one of the first ones that I did. This is my parrot that I did. I followed a course from another watercolor artist, but this is my reproduction of what she did. And then this was the latest one. This again also is watercolor. And I've used some glitter sparkly paint on it. I don't know if you can actually see that, but these are watercolor. So when I look at the two that I did yesterday, I'm like, it's kind of not great, but I'm out of practice too. So these are two that I have done when I have the time to actually sit and watercolor properly and give things time to dry in between coats. Yes, this is what I'm capable of. So far cry from, really slapping down some watercolor paint on a card and going with it for the day. So, anyways, so those two in front. So you're liking these two? These were day 5, Biker. Is these the ones you're talking about? I should actually make copies of those ones and see how they look off the photocopier. Yes, the colors they have that something. Okay. Yeah, I used some Lindsay Stamp Gang glitter sprays for those. They're really nice sprays. They're watercolor, but they are really nice. Anyways, okay, I'll try that. With these two, I will try that. And maybe I'll post that. Well, actually, I could print them out and attach them to a greeting card. But yes, where there's a will, there's a way. That is always a good sentiment, no matter what. All right, so thank you, Yummy. You have to get busy and make 2 baby blankets because a friend is having twins. Yeah, she's gonna need the baby blankets. I know I've got a couple of friends back in London, Ontario, where I am originally from, and I made them baby blankets for their firstborns. And, I was told they still were using those blankets up until the point they were like 2 and 3 years old. So they do come in handy. And they are cherished, and especially the handmade ones, they seem to last so long. It's not just a bunch of like fleecy tasseled blankets fabric put together. All right, so that is today's stream. You know, it's a second set of twins, but a different mother. Oh man, the twins gene is in him. Poor guy. He really needs to stop procreating, unless of course he wants a lot of what is it, child support payments? Second set of twins. Good God. All right. Okay, so I know we have about 5 minutes left, but let's look. I don't know. Do I have? I don't have the prompt for tomorrow. Hold on. Um. Oh, but week number 2, the theme is collage, which is what I've been doing pretty much anyways. Let's actually see if I can pull up Daisy Yellow, pull up their site, and see what the prompt is for next week. Actually, I think it's on Instagram. I think she's got it on Instagram. Not now. Notifications. Do do do. And Daisy Yellow ICAD 2023. All right, so that was the prompt for week 1. I know I saw it somewhere in here. Oh, so many people have already done the treble clef uh, and posted theirs, but I'm sure a lot of people are overseas too, so their day starts before mine, but a lot of people have already done the treble clef one. That's cool. Where is the prompts for next week? I'll probably have to go to the site because there's so many posts on Instagram. Holy. It's nice to see all this art and all the different types of art. Okay, let me just go to Daisy Yellow. It'll be easier. Daisy Yellow art. ICAD. Alright, there's a startup index of daily and weekly prompts. Alright, so let me see. Weekly prompts, week 1 prompts. Where is prompts set to? Okay. Alright, so I'll have to print this out. So index card a day prompts for week 2. So tomorrow the prompt is butterfly. So that'll be fun. They could make awesome postcards. Yeah, actually that's not a bad idea either. And you can actually get a stamp to put on the back. And actually, oh, what else is it? You can actually buy postcard sizes, the pages that already have the postmark and they've got the center line or whatever, so you can do the address on one side and you're writing on the other side, and then you can attach something to them. So you can do it that way, or you can just make it what she said. Um, yeah, you can actually just do that on the back of a card anyway. So if I attach this, as long as it's not too thick and it'll still go through the mailing machines, that would work too. So yes, definitely if I copied these onto, I would do it on the laser jet. It would make it more special to get one. True. Um, if I copied these onto the laser jet, the color laser jet would be better because if it gets any kind of wetness on it with the ink jet, the ink will run. So yeah, it would make sense to do it on the laser jet. I'll try it, biker. I will. I will try it with these two and see what it looks like. Because here you've got the texture, like you can feel the modeling paste here that I used with the stencil and the raised edges of the different papers that are on here. But true, with a flatter version, yeah, you could attach these and turn them into postcards by all means. All right, so tomorrow I will print the next page for tomorrow, but tomorrow's prompt is butterflies, and that week starts with collage. So I'm going to be doing a lot of collage. Just by seeing the card, I feel like I can touch the texture even if it's copied. Yeah, you probably could, because you would see the texture within the card because it would have a little bit of shadowing to it. Yeah, it does make sense. Am I late, Naruto? You are, but not too late to see what I did. I can still pause. I don't have to rush out right away. So sorry. Today, the theme was treble clef. So this is the one that I did. And Naruto, you've got Biker and Yummy and Soul in the chat with you. Um, so as I said, today's theme was treble clef. So I did some music paper in the background. I whitewashed it a bit with some white gesso, and then I did some of the embossing powder. I did a couple of stamps and embossed it, and then added some collaging and some stickers. So this is today's card. And just to fill you in, Biker and Yummy are saying that these would be great greeting cards. These would make great postcards. You know, I'm not here, it's my future self. True. Very true. All right, so I better go mod for BMC. Thank you for sharing. Oh, you're welcome, Yummy. You're welcome in any time. Like I said, for another quite a few days. Well, to the end of July, I'm doing this stream every morning from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Eastern, as long as I can continue. Um, if there might be a day, something might happen, and I'll have to just pause for the day and do it later on in the day. That's fine. Not a big deal. But there's going to be 61 cards in total as we go through this. Now, let me see. Who do we want to raid? Now, I know I've raided Bamsey a couple of times. Ooh, Chan is playing Minecraft. Why don't we go bug her? Because we haven't. I don't think I've raided her yet. We should actually raid Chan and give her lots of love because she's just still new. All right, so I still need to change these. So here's the raid message for followers if you want to copy and paste that.
Oh,
And the
yeah.
raid message for, oh my God, Yummy! And this the raid message for subs if you want to copy and paste this one. Thank you, Summy, for gifting Soul the sub. Aw, you're so sweet. And I'm sure he's going to appreciate it. All right, so this is the raid message. We are going to go raid Chan and show her some love. And thank you for joining me today. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye.